Yeah. And we turn. I'm back. What one nigga younger they say? I'm back like I never left. Yeah, I'm back like I never left. Hey, man, you got to go ahead and get into this video, man. What's up, man? What up? You talk to God, dude? You talk to Jesus? Tell him thank you? Just ask. Let me know in the comments if you did. Don't lie. Yeah! Hey, back with another video, man. This one is a good one. I feel like it's going to be interesting because I like scientific type stuff, you feel me? I like them suspense crime videos. You know I love my Only in the Hood videos, but I like these science videos, like, I guess you say, not conspiracies, but like hypothesis, I guess you could say, like, the what ifs. If you did this, what could happen type stuff, you feel me? So, the name of this video is Why Traveling at the Speed of Light is a Bad Idea. So we about to hear what they got to say about it. I hope y'all enjoy, but then again, it's me, so I know y'all gonna enjoy it because I'm solid, I'm real, I'm funny, and I'm authentic. Thumbs up, better get your dough up. Hey, man. So, we got to go ahead and get into this video. I know y'all gonna like it. Yeah. Make sure you tell your mama, your daddy, your auntie, your uncle, your cousin, your brother, your brother, your sister, girl, half cousin, half sister, half brother. You feel me? Stepmama, stepdaddy, real mama, granddaddy, grandmama, auntie, uncle, friends of the family, strangers, total strangers. You feel me? Everybody, tell the world about me. If you are new, go ahead, tell the world about me, man. I know. Come over here to Monster Reactions and join the Monster Mall. You feel me? And if you already subscribed and you already been rocking with me, you feel me? You love my content, make sure you like, comment, and share. You already know. So I ain't about to hold y'all much longer. Let's get into this video. Thank you. I ain't gonna lie, that's a cool looking card. But I don't want it.
We're used to the fact that time continuously flies forward. For many of us, it's taken for granted when we stare at our smartphone screen and write in our work chat thread, "I'll send the report in 15 minutes." But what if time were variable? Suppose it could slow down, speed up, and even go in reverse. Newton believed that the flow of time is like an arrow that moves steadily in one direction only. However, Einstein crushed this theory and proved that time can change for different observers. In this video, we'll travel at the speed of light to test Einstein's famous theory in action. Imagine yourself in the expanse of open space. The police are chasing you, and you need to get away quickly. By some miracle, there's one empty seat in a rocket flying by. You have absolutely no time to think about where it's flying or why. By the way, what about time? You wish the cops a journey of no return into a black hole, and look at your watch. And this is when the strangest thing begins. You fly at a speed of 99.999% the speed of light, but the hand of the clock slows down, and time seems to stretch out like jelly. Is this really possible? While you watch with fascination as time stops in a rocket, we return to the early 1900s when Einstein was taking a tram. While riding in the tram, the scientists looked at the street clock and suddenly realized that if the tram accelerated to the speed of light, in his perception, this clock would stop and there would be no time at all. This led him to formulate one of the central themes of relativity. Everything is relative. For example, if Einstein's neighbor were to drop her glasses on a tram, then for her, they will drop straight down, while to an observer on the street, they will fly along a parabola trajectory because the tram is in motion. Einstein also suggested that there's no single standard frame of reference. Everything is relative. even time. To begin with, let's understand that even if you're sitting in one place, you still continue to move. And this is movement in time. If you sit for a minute without moving, you'll find yourself in the future 1 minute in relation to the starting point.
Right.
If you didn't move in time, then you'd be frozen in this moment.
Y'all get what he's saying though, right? And that's cool though, like when you think about it, bro, and sis, like y'all, wow, like when you really think about that, that's facts. Like, you know the phrase time flies when you having fun? It's kind of like that, like that's real, like, or you ever been like out, like, let's say like, bro, I'm gonna give it like around 5, 6 type time, you feel me? And you out with somebody that you really like, and y'all conversation just go everywhere, and it's like, dang, what time is it? And y'all look at time, and now it's like 10 o'clock. You like, well, dang, we just sitting here talking that long? Like, that's kind of like an example. That's not their example, but I'm saying like when it comes to like time, how it works, or like. Let me see. Like when you going out of town, a trip that normally take like 4 hours, it only took you like 3 hours, or it might have took you like 3 hours and 30 minutes type job, cause how fast you was going. So you was in a way like beating time. That's what it really is. You beating time. Like you would on 70 miles per hour, or 60, like 60 to 70 miles per hour. It would have took you them 4 hours, but you went like 80 to 90 miles per hour on that highway. You gonna beat that time.
Forever, which
So
is
it's gonna
worse
slow down,
than being dead. But what happens if you get up and take a step forward? You've now moved in space, just a little bit, while still moving in time. And then, strange things start to happen. When you start to move in space, your speed is changing, and you experience slightly slower movement in time, while your speed through space increases slightly. It's similar to a system of communicating vessels. If you take from one, it will arrive from the other, and vice versa. Thus, an increase in speed can distort events. Imagine a person standing on a platform with 2 lightning bolts striking on either side of them. Since this person is in the middle of these 2 points, the rays of light reach them simultaneously from both sides. But the paradox begins when another person who's on the train, traveling at the speed of light, looks at it. First, they'll see the light from the lightning closer to the train, and then the second lightning strike. Thus, time for a person at high speed slows down, and events are distorted. In fact, by approaching the speed of...
I get it. That makes sense. That's tough.
I have a challenge.
I knew you were gonna say that too.
Every computer in your house, your mom's, your dad's, your sister, your
Mr. Beast, what up, LeBron?
Wait, Mom, before you check
Hey,
out...
Mr. Beast, you watch my video.
Do you have Honey installed?
For real.
What's Honey?
Do a video.
No.
Next. But now, for real, like, I knew you were gonna say that. Like, for y'all who don't know, like, I'm a science geek, or I'm a science fanatic. Like, I don't believe everything is just based off science. You feel me? Like, I'm not about to be like, this, the scientist said. No, I'm not. Oh, the doctor said. No, I'm not like that. But you feel me? Like, stuff like this, I like to hear, like, observations and, you feel me? But I knew you were gonna say that, because that's facts. Like, everything looks different from everybody's point of view, depending on what they're doing and how they moving.
Speed of light, we create a time machine. Unfortunately, humanity is still too far from such a possibility. The highest speed at which a person has ever traveled is only 39,897 kilometers per hour. This is just 3/100ths of the speed of light. But let's imagine that anything is possible on our journey and return to the rocket, which is about to reach the speed of light. You are still looking at your watch while you ask the pilot to speed up. The sound of the engine echoes in your ears as you watch in fascination at the stars from the window, which rush by and appear red due to acceleration. But the time on your watch remains like a thick jelly, which seems to have begun to freeze. The clock seems to have stopped forever. In fact, increasing the speed of the spacecraft was not a good idea. Already at 10% of the speed of light, an increase in mass and a slowdown in time can be observed. If an object moves at 90% of the speed of light, then its mass doubles, and 20 minutes will be like 10. When an object reaches the speed of light, then its mass becomes almost infinite. This means that an infinite mass requires an infinite amount of energy,
Right.
which is not found in any of the most powerful rockets. Therefore, in principle, it's impossible to speed up and surpass the speed of light. Let's imagine that we did manage to access infinite energy and see what happens next. You feel doomed as you look through the porthole. The stars are no longer visible. The space around the spacecraft becomes a solid dark tunnel because the light waves no longer reach your eyes.
Right.
Your speed is 270,000 kilometers per second, 90% of light speed. The red
Right.
light in the cockpit spreads out into a multitude of reflections. The clock has completely stopped. Now,
coming
you're
into
almost sure
turning
you
the
must
light.
be asleep. Suddenly, a hail of bullets pierces the ship's hull. The cops have surely caught up with us. We have no time. Let's go to light speed. The bullets stop in midair, like in the Matrix, and then start flying in the opposite direction. However, these aren't bullets. The fact is that at the speed of light, any speck of dust, from atomized hydrogen atoms to micrometeorites, inevitably become capable of piercing the ship's hull through and through. As you dodged these dust bullets, the ship managed to exceed the speed of light. Yes, from the point of view of science, this is impossible. And yet, we've gone too far in terms of capabilities of modern technology. So let's imagine what will happen next. When the speed of light is exceeded, cause and effect relationships begin to break, and
Right.
events unfold in the reverse order.
Right.
Now we will gradually catch up with the light emitted by sources at all earlier times. First, we would catch up with the photons emitted 10 minutes ago, then go back an hour, and so on. We could see, for example, an old man who gradually turns into a middle-aged man, then into a young boy, and lastly into a child. That is, time has turned back, and we're moving from the present to the past. The causes and effects have been reversed. Don't even try to imagine it in.
And that's wild. That is wild. That's facts, though. If you ever watched the show Flash, the superhero Flash from DC Universe, his show on Netflix, this how I know a lot of this stuff. You feel me? But I just want to hear, realistically, in a way, I guess you would say, like, if we were to have figured a way to do it, like, what happened? And that's, you gonna be going back in time. That's why Flash, he figured out how to manage going to the past, the present, the future. Like, he was able to do that from his speed because he was able to control his speed. Because he's just that fast. You feel me?
Head, the speed of light exceeds even the speed of thought, which moves only 250 kilometers per hour. Logically, you are returning to the moment when the flight just started. You just boarded the rocket, and you already know how this journey will end. So, we return to the beginning, and this time, you will act differently. Why accelerate to the speed of light when you can teleport away from the cops? I'll make a story about this in the next video. And as always, thanks for watching.
You welcome, big bro. Gotta give you a like. Hey, I ain't subscribed to Riddle. Come on, man. I'm tripping. What the heck? This must be my other account, 'cause I know I'm subscribed to Riddle. I be getting them messages and stuff. Hey, man, that was a good video. I know y'all enjoyed that. That's amazing. Like, go watch the show Flash on Netflix. This video will make even more sense. And that's a great show. It's not like real science. It's like real superhero type stuff. You feel me? You got to be into that, though. And it's pretty funny and it's cool. But, yeah, man. That's it for today's video, man. Y'all wearing, man, ain't you wearing the same shirt? Yes, because I did do this back to back. I'm grinding. Like, I'm really on that type of time. Like, hey, man, Monster Mind, man, we out, man. Remember, you can do anything. You can go anywhere. As long as you take yourself with you, man. Peace.
Don't hurt hurt anymore. My heart's been broken, maybe worse than before. I tried to love, but that shit don't open doors. Tears of angels. Went to the pen, I did a bid. I'm plugged with the cartel. I get roadside assistance, they deliver the bill.